Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Gaslands TV. And today we're going to be doing a Hot Wheels terrain. I'm going to be using these for Gaslands Racing, which is going to be really fun to watch. So if you like and subscribe to the channel, you'll be seeing those. And I'm just going to spray paint this whole thing in gray, brown, and some black. So this is what it looks like after I primed it. This is just primed gray, and then from far I spray a little bit of black on it and it comes out like this. Now this thing has a few arrows and I'm gonna paint those in white really slowly because it's really hard to do straight lines and stuff, but they have grooves, so it was easy to just stay in the grooves and paint that in white. And a few tires here on the side, I'm gonna do that in black. Not sure why there's only three. Should be four, but you know. There's some grooves here, so I'm going to do that in yellow. Few coats of that because yellow takes at least 2 or 3 coats. And then with some silver, I'm going to do some of the metal parts here. My wife made a little snack. My gloves are dirty, but it's not going to stop me from eating that. Now back to some silver here. I'm going to do these consoles in silver. I think they're should be metallic looking. And inside these vents, I'm going to put some yellow, bright yellow. So it looks like it's like a glowing thing or a glowing light or something inside there. And it matches the other yellow stuff. Now with some silver, I'm going to do a few little scratches here on the edges. Make it a little more metallic looking. It's hard to see on the camera, but when light hits the silver on the edges, it gives a nice highlight. A bit of a more realistic metal look to it. And I'm going to use a Sharpie here to paint this grill here because it's really skinny. Now I'm going to use a Hot Wheel to check the tires, and they're pretty much on the edge. So with some black here, I'm going to do some tire marks with a flat brush. Just make the street look a little bit more realistic. Now this kit came with a bunch of stickers. A lot of them are kind of cheesy, but I really like the yellow stickers and the black and yellow stuff. So I'm gonna put that here. It's probably not where it goes, but it looks good there. So I have this thing here. I wanted to put that there, but I don't like the red, so I'm gonna cut that out. Keep just the yellow and black. Put that here, try to keep it centered. And you could paint stuff like this, but if you have stickers, why not? Right? A little bit easier. And now this brushed metal, if you've been following my channel, you know I like to use it to dirty stuff up, make it a little more used and gaslandsy and weathered. It's a pretty quick way of doing it. So you put quite a bit on your brush, and just like kind of flick your brush on the edges, stuff that you want to look like it's been weathered or rained on and dirtied. And once you do, you could do like some long ones like that. Just have fun with it. Put some here on the console. Just adds a little bit of dirt. So see here on this one, which is the back side, I basically put a lot of it on all the edges and cover up some things that I might have missed with the spray. I'll show you down here. That's what it looks like up top. And I'm going to do the same in the front here. I'll put it in fast forward so you could see. It's just basically cleaning your brush off the edges. Use those little holes there, dirty that up. And that again, if you don't have brushed metal, you could also use black. Black would work. I wanted to cover the inside here because the spray didn't really hit everything, so I'm gonna put this thing here. This is basically sandpaper for dry walls, and I'm gonna cover that up. And with some orange, I'm gonna rust it up over here. I like to use the sponge brush. You could get those at like a dollar store, Dollar Tree, or don't get those at hardware stores. They're too expensive for nothing. They should be like $1 or less. And they do a good job. They have a nice long thin area on the brush, the tip, and it's really good for putting some orange rust here. And if you have gloves on, or even without gloves, just use your finger to smudge the orange, and it makes a pretty good, quick and easy rust effect. So you just use your finger, smudge the orange. I'm gonna do that over here, all along the edges. I mean, you could be a little bit more detailed if you have time. Take your time with this, but I'm just gonna go fast. And don't forget to eat, guys, when you're hungry. I like to put sesame seeds in my soy sauce. I don't know if you guys like doing that? You have any good tips for some Asian sauce? I'd like to hear in the comments. I love that stuff. Anyways, back to this. For this, I'm gonna try to make it look like a neon sign. So I'm gonna use some purple, dark purple, and then neon pink to make it try to look like a neon sign. So I'm going to start with the purple here. This is watered down. I put a bit of water in the paint just so that it's a bit easier to work with, and it's not going to give it, it's not going to put too much purple because this is the background of the neon, right? It's like the shadow of the neon, if that makes any sense. The fall off, basically, it's not super bright. So I'm gonna just do that as the background of the neon. It's gonna look something like that, and then with the makeup sponge here, I'm gonna put some neon pink on the sign. And it's okay if it's goes along the edge here. That's what you want. And you can also use these sponge brushes. These things could do really good job for long skinny things. Or you could also just use a brush. Just put some neon pink all around here. And it's gonna look something like that. And for the final touch, you're gonna have to put some white all along the neon. The actual neon bulb should be bright white, so I'm gonna use this white paint marker here. You could use a paintbrush if you want. I feel like these paint markers they do the job, especially if you have to do something skinny and thin like this. And comes out looking like that. And now for the center here, I'm going to use metallic aqua to do the Gaslands Racing logo. Well, not really a logo, more of a graffiti. So GLR graffiti here. And I'm going to outline it with a Sharpie. I took a few coats, maybe 3 or 4 coats. Not the best looking graffiti, but it's graffiti. It shouldn't look perfect. Then I primered this in gray, and from far I sprayed some black particles on it. Make it look a little bit like some kind of asphalt. And with some black and a sponge here, I'm going to do a few tire marks here. And bumper scratches. And I think I'm going to put some Suicide Squad tattoos here on this the bottom part here. Make it look like someone spray painted a skull or something. I got lucky with these tattoos. I don't remember where I got them. Might have been in a loot box or something. One of those monthly loot boxes. So I'm going to put it here. Dip it in water, stick it on there, and I was scared of sliding it because I didn't want to damage it, so I I'm gonna just pull it off and see what happens. Hopefully it stays. I mean, even if it rips or whatever, that looks pretty good. Looks better than the original, actually. Especially for Gaslands. So I think I'm going to put another one up here. And that looks like it's sticking on pretty well. And that's, yeah, pretty perfect. Actually, it's too perfect. Sponge off some water here. Could add some words with a Sharpie, maybe like a death race or something. And kind of dirty it up a little bit. Make it look like it rained after it got sprayed on or whatever. And just to make it a little bit more realistic. Now up here, I also wanted to put something since it was kind of bland and empty. Put the suicide word because it actually looks like a suicide slide. Let's call it Suislide. Hopefully the racers are gonna make it off this thing. I mean, this is the starting grid. Don't want to explode or crash right off the bat. Then in the back here, I'm just gonna put the word squad. Why not? Some kind of graffiti. Looks good. And my wife, while I was making this, made me a gingerbread Gaslands TV garage. She said she nailed someone to the wall there next to a Christmas tree. It's pretty brutal. Don't wanna piss her off. And a cute little sandstorm protector or something for your car. I'm gonna eat that after this. And this looks pretty good. The Suislide, which is the first part of the Gaslands racing track, which I'll be racing different cars on. So make sure to subscribe and like the video. It helps us a lot here at the channel. And other ways of helping is also maybe getting some stuff that you might need, like gates, templates, dice, 3D printed engines and pipes and guns, rams as well. We also have tires if you want to swap off your tires. A bunch of stuff in our Etsy page, so go check that out in the description of the video. Also come to our Gaslands TV Facebook page. We have contests there every month. Make sure to check us out on Instagram as well, Gaslands TV basically. And please leave a comment. I always love reading them and answering them. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys next time.